Sorry everyone, there was some disturbance. So next is irrational number, a number which cannot be represented in p by q form, or in decimal. What you can write? A number which is non-terminating, which is non-terminating and non-terminating, non-repeating. No, an example you can write here, all the root number, root 2, root 3, root 5, root 7. Don't write in root 4, because root 4 is always 2. 2 is a rational number. A number which is non-terminating, example, suppose like this one, 2.4, but non-repeating also. It means digits should not be repeated. So 2.4789, 47899, 47899. That means no number is repeating here. Here is 474747, but here 4789, 4789. After what should we come 4? But it here come 9. Understand? One more example you can write. 0.4 45 455 4 4. It is a non-terminating and non-repeating. Not repeating. Yes. 45, but now 54, 55, 54, 55. Understand? It is non-terminating, non-repeating. So these are the numbers. Now what is rational number? Now next is real number. All numbers are real numbers. What is all numbers? All natural, whole number, integer, rational and irrational. All these 5 numbers are we called real numbers. Okay, so you can note down. Real number, a very simple definition. All numbers are real number. What is a real number? One more new number you will study in 11th class. It is called complex number. But till now you have to remember what is real number. All numbers are real numbers. So you can write a figure, you can make like this one. It is natural number. Okay. So all numbers are real number. So you can remember this one. Okay. Understand it? So now we will start our chapters. Okay. Now and now dear, after the studying of all these different numbers, now we are going to start our chapter. First is Euclid division's lemma. It is very important and always come 2 marks question on the Euclid division lemma. It is very, very important. Listen carefully. 99% always come 2 marks question on Euclid division lemma. So first you note down it and now I explain it. What is given positive integers? What type of integers? Any positive integers. Example I am writing. Suppose I am writing here any 2 positive integers you can take. Suppose I am taking given positive integers A and B. A and B mean any numbers you can take. Okay, suppose I am taking any 2 numbers 3 and 14. Okay, given positive integers A and B. A is 3, B is 14, or you can write, otherwise you can write A is bigger and it is 3. 14 and 3. If there are the 2 numbers, there exist unique integers. There exist mean if there is a 2 number, then there will be exist a unique integers Q and R such that A equal to BQ plus R. No need to be confusion. It is very simple. It means we are like a dividing. Suppose A and B. It is 14. It is A and it is B. And divide by 3. So when divide 3 4 जा 12, divide remainder is 2. It means there exists a unique integer q. Q mean quotient. It is always quotient, and r mean remainder. Okay, remainder or not. So what we can write? 14 can you write here? 14 equal to, देखो, look at a equal to bq plus r. So a is how much? A is 14. Yes, 14 can you write like this one? Divisor multiply quotient. Yes, 3 into 4 plus remainder plus r. R mean remainder. Okay, plus remainder. Okay. So 14 equal to 3 into 4 plus 2. So here is only two number. A and B two number. Then there exists a unique integer q and r. Yes, what is here q and r? Q is 4, r is 2. So exist or not? Yes. Then we such that a equal to 14 equal to, we can write 3 multiplied by 4 plus 2. Understand? So always remember q mean quotient and r mean remainder. Okay, r is remainder. So always remember. Can you, and here is the right one word, unique. Unique mean unique integers q and r. There is any other two numbers can you find here except than 4 and 2? No. When we divide 14 divide by 3, quotient is always come 4 and remainder is always 2. One more example, look at. Suppose now I am taking 8 and 44 and 8. A is 44 and B is 8. So we will find. So 44, what we can write? 44 we can write 8 multiply 5 plus 4. Can you write? Yes. If you cannot write direct, you will divide. So 44 divide by 8. It is A, it is B. So 8 5s are 40. And how much remainder? Remainder is 4. So unique integers. What is unique? 5 and 4. Such that A we can write A is how much? 44 equal to B into Q. What is B? 8 into 5 and plus remainder. It is an equation. So always remember, if we have any two number A and B, 44 and 8, we can write in such a way. A equal to BQ plus R. But one more thing is given here. G. R is always greater than or equal to 0 and always less than B. Yes. Everyone know it is R, it is A, it is Q quotient, and it is B. And do you know R mean remainder. Remainder is always greater than 0 or not? Greater than or maybe 0? Yes. Always when we divide any two numbers to each other, suppose you can take 8 and 2. So 8 and when you divide 8 divide by 2, 2 for the 8. So here remainder is 0. So remainder is always 0 or greater than 0. Yes, greater than 0. But always less than B. B is how much? 8. Remainder is always less. Remainder, here is B 2. Remainder is 0. So always remember this one. So remainder is always greater than or equal to 0, but less than divisor always. You know now? So you can note down now an example like this one. So always remember, if any two positive integers given positive integers, maybe any two number is given, A and B, then there exists a unique integers. What is unique? There are names are Q and R, such that A, how can we find? How can we write in with using of b. तो a equal to b into q plus r. Suppose example I am writing here. What is 22 and 4? So what you can write 22? So 22 equal to 4 b into q. So what is quotient? Yes, quotient you can write 22 divide by 4. 4 5s are 20 and 2. Yes, 4 multiply 5. 4 into 5 20 and plus remainder. It is your Euclid division lemma. If you have any two numbers, you can find b, q and r. These q and r are always unique. And one thing is always remember, what is r is always less than b. Yes, r is 2, b is 4, so r is less. So r is less than b or greater than or equal to. It is equal sign, greater or equal. This is the symbol mean greater and equal. Okay, so always remember it. It is your Euclid division lemma. One more example you can write if you want to write. Suppose 59 and 9. So not right. If you know direct, you can write direct also. 59 divided by 9. 9 6 are 54. And how much remainder? 5. Remainder is always less than b or greater than or equal to 0. So 59 equal to, you can write 9 into 6 plus 5. So it is Euclid division lemma. Understand it? Understand it or not? And after this one we will start Euclid algorithm. Okay, Euclid algorithm is same as it is Euclid division lemma. Look at now Euclid. Next is now look at next is Euclid division algorithm. Remember always Euclid division lemma and Euclid division algorithm both are different. But if you want to use Euclid division algorithm, we should know what is Euclid division lemma. Both are similar. Okay, look at it. So Euclid division algorithm is useful dear to finding the HCF of two integers. So in this chapter, in the question is given find the HCF of the number. So if you want to find the HCF of two number, we will use Euclid division algorithm. Don't find HCF directly. If you find HCF directly, examiner will not give you any marks. Understand? So by using of Euclid division algorithm, so always remember it is used for finding the HCF of two integers. HCF of two integers. Suppose I am taking example R. Any example you can take. Suppose I am taking 24 and what you can take 24 and 6 and 8 I am taking. Okay, 8 and 6. To find the HCF of 8 and 6. So first step, apply Euclid division lemma on A and B. What number you have given A and B? What we will use? Apply Euclid division lemma. Euclid division lemma. So Euclid division lemma what is? So when we want to find Euclid division lemma on A and B, everyone know we find Q and R, and such that a bigger number A we can write equal to BQ plus R. So you can write, note down it. It is just an example. Okay, 8. Can you write 8 equal to 6 into 1 plus 2? Yes. If you don't know how to write, what we will do? Bigger number 8 is divided by 6. 6 ones are 6. And what is remainder? 2. So 8 equal to 6 into 1, 6 plus 2. So B into Q. So Q is 1. B into Q plus R. R is 2. So 8 equal to 6 into 1 plus 2. So next step. The first step is we have already now. We already note down A equal to BQ plus R. 8 equal to 6 into 1 plus 2. Next step. What is HCF? If R equal to 0, here R is how much? 2. If R is 0, anyhow suppose if R is 0, then B is HCF. Okay, suppose I am writing a one example. Suppose 8 and 2, and when you divide 8 divide by 2, 2 for the 8. So we observe that R is 0. If R is 0, then B is the HCF. Yes, it means 2 is HCF of 2 and 8. So what is HCF of 8 and 2 is 2 if R is 0. But we observe that in this situation R is not 0. So next, if R is 0, then B is HCF. But if R not equal to 0, so we observe that if R is not 0, if R is not 0, then again apply division lemma, Euclid division lemma. Now we will apply Euclid division lemma on which number? On B and R. So now we will apply Euclid division lemma, dear. 1 is smaller number. What is? Here we divide or not? 8 into 6. 6 1 6. What is 2? So now Euclid division lemma on B, smaller number on. So again we will write division lemma on 6 and B and R. What is 6 and 2? 6 and 2. So again continue till the remainder is 0. So 6 what we can write? So 6 divided by 2. 3 is 6. 0. Yes. So 6 equal to 2 into 3 plus remainder is 0. And if R is 0, if R is 0, then B is HCF. So we observe that here R is 0. What is B? B is 2. Therefore HCF of 8 and whose 8 and 6 is 2. So only one thing you have to remember, we have to use of Euclid division lemma till remainder we get 0. Remainder we will get 0. Now we will use. Understand or not? Now we are doing the first question of 1.1 example. So always remember, only one thing is remember, you have to, what is Euclid division lemma, and Euclid division algorithm we will use up to until we get 0. 0 means remainder is 0. Okay. So look at now, we are doing first question. Definitely come 100% 2 marks question always come on Euclid division lemma. So look at. So first is use Euclid division algorithm to find HCF of 135 and 2 to 5. So first step, what we will write? To write use or apply Euclid division lemma on 135 and 2 to 5. Always we will write, so it means 2 to 5 equal. So always we will divide. If you cannot direct, so in rough you can write divide like this one. 2 to 5 divide by 135. Yes, it is Euclid division lemma or not? What is Euclid division lemma? If one is smaller, one is bigger number. So 8 equal to 6 into 1 plus 2. We will divide 8 divided by 6. So we will divide 135 on the 135. How much remain? It is 90. Remainder is 0. No. So you can write 2 to 5 is 1 into 35 into 1. 135 into 1 plus 90. Understand or not? So it is Euclid division lemma. We want to find HCF when remainder is 0. Remainder here is how much? 90 is come. So write R is not equal to 0. Therefore again apply division Euclid division lemma on which? Always look at 2 to 5. Now each divide 135. How much? 135. How much? 90. Now we will apply on B and R. What is R? 90. B is one on 135 and 90. Now we will take remainder. So it means again you will divide. Again look at this one. What is? Here is 135. So 90 ones are 90. What is remainder? 45. On 135 and 90. So 135, what you can write? 135, 90 into 1 plus 45. No need to be confused. If remainder is 90, so again we will apply Euclid division lemma on now 135 and what is remainder? 90. Okay? Either you can write separate. Okay? So now again we observe that R is 0. No? If R is not, so we observe that R not equal to 0. So therefore again apply division lemma on until we get 0. So on what is? So we observe that here 135 and 90. 90 ones are 190. So how much? 45. Now we will apply on 90 and 45. On 90 and 45. Now divide 45. 90 divided by 45. 90. 45. 2s are 90. Remainder is 0. Yes. So you can write 90 equal to 45 into 2 plus 0. And whenever remainder is 0, so which one? If in the question we already write A equal to BQ plus R, if R equal to 0, which one is it? So B is HCF. So which one? So 45 divided by 290. So which one is B? B is 45. So what is HCF? 45. So you can write now. Okay. You can write now. After this one, you can write next step. R equal to 0. Therefore, HCF of 135 and 225 is what is 45. Understand? We will do this process until we get 0. Understand it? Now third part of this question, look at second part. You will do yourself. Okay, again what is 867 and 255. So find the HCF of 867 and 255. So apply Euclid division lemma on 867 and 225. So you will divide again. 867 divided by 255. What? It is gone on 3, 5, 3 are 15, 16, 7. Understand it? So you can write 2, 0, 1. Understand it? Again you can write just it's okay. Understand? So you can write 867 and 255. Okay. 867 what? 3 into so 255 multiply by 3 plus 102. So it means you can write R not equal to 0. Therefore apply division. Either you can write division lemma or Euclid on which one now? On 225 and 105. On 255 and 102. So again you will divide 255 102. 102 2 the 204. How much remain? 51. So you can write 255 equal to 102 into 2 plus 51. Remainder is 0? No. So you write R not equal to 0. Again apply division lemma on which one? 102 and 51. 102 and 51. So you will divide 102 divide 2 the 102. What is the remainder is? So 102 equal to 51 into 2 plus 0. If R is 0, so it means which one is remainder? 51. If where is R is 0, which one? B. B is 51. So it right? R equal to 0. Therefore, 51 is HCF of 8, 6, 7 and 2 to 5. Understand it? So first question you will do yourself. Okay, and example number 1. Example number 1, your homework. Example number 1. Okay, it is your homework. So I hope everyone understand it, and it is only today's a basic class. Okay, so thank you everyone. Have a good day.